Thank you for joining us again for our third and final session with Nicole. We are here for the meal planning seminar, and you already should know, but Nicole is a wellness entrepreneur, cookbook author, and food personality. Before I hand the screen over to Nicole, I just want to remind you that on the bottom right, you will see a Q&A section rather. Please make sure you type in any questions in that area and submit it to all panelists so Nicole can be able to view it throughout the presentation. And at the end, you will see a survey. Please fill that out, and I hope you enjoy your session. All yours, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Stacy. Hi, everybody. Again, I'm Nicole Meyer, and I'm a meal planning expert. I do workshops corporately for organizations on how to meal planning. Right now, everything is transferred to Zoom and to other platforms. So thank you again for having me. It's a beautiful day, and just make the most of it. So I want to just continue on about our meal planning. And if you remember, I did say it was a 3-step process, which is why Stacy and I decided having 3 workshops was going to be pretty crucial in this whole thing, and how to make it work best for everybody. So this particular workshop is how to get the family interested, involved, and helpful. And clearly that is a struggle with many of us. Sometimes we feel like we're the only ones, we have all the responsibility, and that's a huge burden. That is not easy pickings at all. So I want to talk today about how to get the family more involved and willing and an active participant. Just to recap very briefly on last week again, because remember, everything is tied together. We're just going to talk really fast about our grocery tips and about monthly shopping versus weekly shopping. And remember, in our monthly shop, we want to get everything that is non-perishable, batteries, pet food, pantry items like chips and cookies and snacks. All of our cleaning products, again, should be on that monthly shop. Our foils, our saran wraps, all that kind of stuff. Alcohol, of course. Coffee, tea, again, all of that on our monthly shop. And then our weekly shop should be more focused on produce and poultry and meat and stuff like that. So that is very important. Again, some of us are shopping online, some of us are going to the grocery store. When we go to the grocery store, we want to be in and out. We want to have, if possible, a paper list. Especially right now, we don't want to be looking at our phones. We don't want to be touching anything. So if you have a paper list, you can just dispose of it very easily and look at it while you're shopping. Again, a online shop, you should look at your past orders and browse very fast. Keep in mind about coupons and specials, because we want to, while we want to clearly stick to our budget, we don't want to get wrapped up in what's on sale. And remember, we spoke about how sale items oftentimes are, at the market in the front, right while we're checking out. Sometimes they're not even sale items. They'll have a big sale sign, but really it's just to get our attention. Maybe they're overstocked on a certain product and we don't want to be fooled. So again, we want to keep our shopping list to a pyramid. At the tippy top is things we want to try. And at the bottom is our essentials and stuff that we need. So if you keep that pyramid in your mindset, then it will make your shopping much easier. We want to keep our masks and our gloves and our wipes in our car. We don't want to be stuck when we're at the supermarket. Oh my gosh, I forgot my mask. I don't even think they're letting us in right now, nor should they, without a mask. So it's very important to have that ready to go if you are indeed shopping. So now we're going to talk this is actually one of my favorite topics to talk about, because I get so many questions all the time about getting family involved, whether it's a significant other, whether it's your kids, whether it's your mom, whether whoever it is who's ever living with you at this point. It is so important to try and get everybody involved. And, mealtime could feel like a marathon between everything, between planning for the week, which we spoke about, those nailing those 21 meals. Um, and at the end of the day, we're zapped, we're tired. So if everybody helps out and pitches in throughout the week, not just that evening, or that morning, if we have everybody pitching in all the time, it literally becomes a habit. And right now is the best time, guys, to reset those habits. I mean, it's so hard during, when we have sports, we're working late, but right now with us being home, it's much easier to ignite those habits or to change them up. So my best suggestion for getting everybody involved is, first of all, is having everybody have a role. Actually, believe it or not, having a spot in the kitchen. There's not, the reason why this saying there's too many cooks in the kitchen came to be is because it's really frazzling, if that's even a word. It's really crazy when there's too many of us in the kitchen. Whether you're in an apartment, whether you're in a house, wherever you're living, you want everybody to have their space. And actually having, if everybody's prepping, or if you're prepping with your family, having that space just feels better, and it's less stressful, less, heart palpitations running through. So we want everybody to have their space. Now, why is it so important to have, and by the way, if anyone has any questions, please, please, please feel free. Oh, and I ask questions, but I'm probably just going to be answering myself. Why is it so important to have your family in the kitchen? And why is it so important to have kids in the kitchen? Well, let me start by saying that having children in the kitchen is super important because it creates communication, it creates family time, it creates a bond, and it creates a lot of control for the child. So if the child is actually prepping the meal with you, they are going to have decision-making power, they are going to have confidence, and they're going to actually be willing to try more of what they cooked and prepared. So having the kids, while sometimes I know, like I might have mentioned before, I'm a type A person. I like doing it all myself sometimes. It is so important, especially now, to take a breath and let everybody pitch in and help for all of our sakes. So other studies have shown that actually having kids helping in the kitchen improves with mental stability, and it also improves with their grades. So whether maybe it's just having that set time and them knowing that they're going to be helping, it just creates, again, so much confidence for children. I wanted to tell you guys a little story. I actually spearheaded the cooking program for the JCC camp that's in Old Westbury. And I can't tell you how many of these kids actually loved cooking so much, from the crafty kids to the athletic kids, to literally, it brings out all of your artistic creativity. And it also, believe it or not, brings out competitiveness, because everyone's like, oh, let me see if I can make this dish better. I know in my house we do chop sometimes. So cooking really does bring out all of those passions in people, and that's really exciting. So again, why are we going to make it a family affair? I wanted to read you guys a study. According to the US News, family meals are the powerful habit for health. The biggest obstacles for people not, again, this is so important, the biggest obstacles for people not being included in the cooking process is because of the parents' work routine and sports schedules. So again, right now, having everybody involved is it's the best time to reset. Nutrition-wise, kids tend to eat a lot healthier when they are involved in the cooking process. They learn fractions, they learn measurements, they learn conversions. So again, there's so much that kids are learning that we don't even realize. I myself am learning all the time because, I don't remember, fractions so well. So it gets my mind a little sharper when I'm cooking and measuring. Um, Cooking also and meal planning lowers the rate of obesity, and it also is known to lessen the risk of developing eating disorders. So that's something that is very good to know. So again, it's interactions, it's bonding time. My daughter actually, I think it was yesterday, said, "Mom, she just came out of nowhere and she's like, Mom, I want to learn how to make dinner rolls." And I would never think to make dinner rolls. It's just never even been in my frame of mind to make dinner rolls. But she thought that that was something great to make. And you know what? Listen, at the end of the day, if she wants to make dinner rolls instead of, a triple layer cake, I'm excited. And I think that will also get her excited to have dinner. And again, for dinner time with the family to show off what she can do. So again, we cover nutrition, interaction and bonding, gross motor skills. It's very good for children to whisk and to mash potatoes, stirring the soup, everything. Oftentimes you're using your strength when you're prepping. Asking kids to do some of the heavy lifting builds up their muscles. And like I said, math skills. Again, that is very exciting that they can actually increase and develop their math skills a little further. So moving on to choosing the menu. So choosing the menu is probably, and we spoke a lot about this, I believe it was in the first session, but choosing the menu is also really exciting for kids and for anybody really. I mean, my husband even likes coming up with some of the dish names to entice our kids. If I'm like, we're making meatloaf, he'll be like, oh, maybe we should do meatloaf cups. So again, that little diversion into cups is exciting, and it brings a little interest to the entire family. So again, we spoke about theme nights, and theme nights are crucial. Mexican, Italian, mix and match night, mixing and matching stuff from the freezer, frozen food Friday, sushi Sunday. I could probably go on and on and on. But doing a theme night is really great, and it's so fun when the kids are menu planning to come up with those theme nights. And something I want to stress is, and I know I've been talking a lot about cooking, but not everything has to be homemade. So let's not forget that one night could be leftovers night, one night is takeout night. Eventually, God willing, we'll be going out for dinner soon. So that, again, should be put into the meal plan. I don't want to overwhelm anyone and think that it has to all be about cooking. Don't forget about breakfast for dinner. All these theme nights when we're menu planning, it just brings everyone together, and it's very, 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 very cool. So some of the foods that I like to actually prepare in advance and have ready for our meal planning night, but without actually cooking, is I like to have a rotisserie chicken on hand, and that we can use for fajitas, we can use that for quesadillas, we can use that for chicken salad. So that is, again, something that you don't need to make from scratch, but you can, again, have that ready to go. Baked potatoes are another thing that I like to prep with my kids. So I have this dish, it's called triple baked potato boats. And we use different potatoes as vessels, and we build on the potatoes. And that's like another fun thing to do. Again, not very difficult. Mash it up a little with a little bit of butter, a little bit of milk, and then you can I put it back in the oven after it's baked and mashed, and we then build the potato. So that's a lot of fun. And again, you can have picnic, you can do crudité, game night, stuff like that. Again, not so much cooking, but just having a plan and prepping with the family. So a few little tips about when we are prepping with our kids, and just a little, I guess rules. Um, always have them have their hair tied back. My daughter would come down ready, wanting to make French toast, and her hair would be in her face. And countless times, put your hair back, put your hair back. So it's good from the get-go to actually get them familiar with rules and with guidelines that you have in your kitchen, because it sticks with them, and they'll know. For me, it's baking is on Sundays. So having these little rules and little guidelines also, it kind of sets them up for success. Another thing that, I like to let them do at this point, because my kids are a little bit older, is start using the knife. And I teach them knife skills, very, very simple. Maybe we'll do that one day on another session. Stacy, what exact tasks do you allow your children to do in the kitchen? So Stacy, again, I do let them now cut with the knife, under supervision. I teach them the knife skills using your knuckles when you're pressing something down, and not your fingers, because you're barely ever going to chop off a knuckle, God willing, but you could chop off a finger. So you always want to press down when you're cutting with your knuckles. I let them pour the drinks, wash the lettuce. And I'm going to talk for a minute or two after this about some of the tools I like to use with the kids, Stacey, because I think that is such an important thing to talk about. The more interesting tools we have, and I'm not talking about spending a boatload of money. You very well could even have them yourself. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy, but having them use certain tools is also very exciting, and it makes them more willing and wanting to cook. So yes, wash the lettuce, have them, chop fruit. I pour the drinks, anything that really helps us out. And I think I might have mentioned, it's like my daughter now is really helping out. She's 13, and I call her my little sous chef, because she's always assisting me, and she loves it. So I think that it helps, again, for somebody that's type A, it actually helps me out, and I feel okay giving up some of that control. So when we are actually eating our dinner or our breakfast or our lunch, and we are sitting around the table, I call this like executing the meal. It's always very crucial, and this is a very not something you've probably heard before, but it's something that you might want to stamp in your brain, is to keep the conversation very positive. I think that clearly, not everything's perfect. It's not always hunky dory. Can't believe I just said that word, but you know what? When we keep it positive and light, our kids are more excited for dinner, and it keeps the conversation flowing. Asking everybody about their day. What was the most simple question? What was the best part of your day today? What was the worst part of your day today? Spotlighting everybody. I think that really makes for a very successful dinner time meal. So now I wanted to chat about, very fast cleaning up, because we all know that is the worst part of the meal. I'm lucky. My husband pretty much doesn't mind unloading the dishwasher, but he doesn't love loading the dishwasher. So, it's good for everybody to oftentimes have their certain things that they don't mind as much. For some reason, I don't mind cleaning bathrooms. It sounds crazy, but I'd rather clean the bathroom head to toe than to unload a dishwasher. So I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but that's just me. So having everybody, have a certain job. We all know we have to, wipe down all the, the equipment we're using, wipe down the counter, wipe down the dinner tables. That could be somebody's job. Again, loading the dishwasher, which we all know that I don't really love, and unloading, sweeping and cleaning out the pots and the pans. So it's good for everybody to have that job. And also getting them started, not just that night, but having everybody, who's there put away the groceries. I think that it's so helpful when everybody, you know, pitches in. I grew up in a house where my father really didn't do so much. My mom pretty much did everything. He didn't know where anything was. And I find that a little disturbing right now. Like, why didn't he know where everything was? I think it's really important for the kitchen to feel like everybody's, you know, not mom, where did you put it? Mom, where did we put it? I know it's such a silly little thing, but instead of you turning it into we. So the bottom line is that we really, if we can, we want to make our kitchen and our meal prep and our cooking a habit. Everything, you know, if we could start it as early as possible, if we're starting it now and we're saying, hey, everyone, we're going to have a few new rules. This is the perfect time again to reset how we, you know, we do our meals, how we prep. Give it a try. I think that you're going to be really happy with that. So because it's always so fun to talk about actual food, I love talking about food. I'm always looking at what everyone's eating whenever, you know, everyone's around me. But anyway, so some fast food trends that we could actually do at home that, you know, we could actually also make a little healthier and more nutritious. So sliders, for some reason, just like everything tastes better on a stick, I think everything tastes better when it's mini. So, and I don't know what it is about sliders, but my kids like go crazy. So whether you're doing chicken sliders or chicken parm sliders, burger sliders, veggie sliders, I've done mushroom burger sliders. I mean, literally, sliders are a lot of fun. You know, they can bring you back to your White Castle days. And I used to love White Castle when I was pregnant. But yeah, so the sliders is great. A bar, and I don't mean, you know, the drinking kind, but an actual pasta bar or fajita bar or having a bar. I know my son loves when we do pasta bar night, you know, and again, I'm not doing anything so crazy. We're doing like 2 pastas, maybe, you know, a veggie one and a regular one. I might do tomato sauce. Once in a while, I'll do a vodka sauce, very easy. Just butter, very simple. Homemade fries, which I'm actually, this is interesting. So the dish I'm going to show you that I prepped for today, it's a 1-tray meal. And I actually made the fries today. Now, you do not have to do that. It is very simple to use frozen fries in this dish. And it's on my meal planning board that you can actually see on my site if you guys are interested. But this is one of my favorite recipes. I'm going to show it to you at the end, which is in like 6 minutes. Subway sandwich. There's something about Subway, but you can literally have Subway sandwich night at your house, you know, maybe Sunday Subway or lunch or whatever, and buy the rolls, but make them whole wheat or whole grain, and, you know, put in some healthy fillings. Burritos, tacos, and quesadillas, another great fast food option that just usually go over so well. Burritos are just so popular. Whenever you turn on the Cooking Network, everybody's always making a burrito, rolling around a burrito. So again, great. Drumsticks. There's something about drumsticks that just sounds better than having chicken. So maybe it's the KFC, I don't know, but you know, you can make drumsticks. You can do maybe a healthier version, not deep fry it, maybe bake it. You can use different types of crumb options. So that is exciting. And another thing I just want to briefly touch upon is treats and baking and candy and chips. So something fun to do with the family is experimenting with new flours. I am obsessed with almond flour lately. I use it all the time. So that again is a fun way to get the kids to bake a little more healthy. I've been incorporating bananas left and right into everything I'm doing. I don't even add sugar sometimes now. I just use a very ripe spotty banana or 2, and that is my sugar substitute. Healthy dips with them, yogurt based, avocado, chickpea hummus, all that stuff. And baking breads. That's very hot right now. Again, my daughter wants to do those dinner rolls, so we will do that. Really fast, my favorite tools. Now, I don't know, did I mention? So this is I hope you guys can see, this is a cheese grater. And what I love about this cheese grater, and my kids love, is it actually has like a cup. I got this at IKEA. Wonderful, wonderful tool, and it's a lot safer than some of the other graters to use with children. Scoopers, love scoopers. Use them for muffin batter, pancake mix. It gets everything out so much cleaner than using a teaspoon. You're like fussing with your fingers. This, you don't have any fussing with your fingers. Get scoopers, love them. They come in all different sizes. This is a mini. This is, I think like a large. I think also have extra large. Love my scoopers. These hullers are so much fun, especially now that it's summer. We're going to be summer soon. This is a strawberry huller, and this is a cherry. Yeah. What? No, this is strawberry and this is cherry. Well, anyway, there are strawberry and cherry. There's some, or cherry pitter. So much fun. Kids love them. Gets them eating their fruit. And lastly, the squeezer. Again, great. So much fun. Sometimes people have one of those larger, the ones that squeeze all the juice out. They're mechanical. This I've always, always, always loved. I never needed anything larger, and it gets out every drop. So you're never wasting. I hate wasting, and you're never wasting anything. So we have a couple more minutes. I just wanted to show you guys this really, really fun dinner. And again, it is on my, see it, my menu planning board. It is the baked chicken wing tray right here. If you guys can see it, has all of the ingredients on the back. Okay, and there's a separate cardstock with all of the recipes or the directions on it. So let me show you guys really fast. Tray. So this is a baked chicken wing tray. Hope you can see it. It is the easiest dinner, and let's not forget how it's all on one pan, and all I have to do at the end is toss the foil in the garbage can. It's like basketball. So much fun. The chicken, the way I did the chicken was I took the wings and I put them in a bag with a Ziploc bag with flour and Goya adobo seasoning, and the flour locks in all the juices. So that's why you kind of, and dust it. I'm not talking about anything crazy and heavy, just a little dusting. And then I bake the chicken with the flour and with the adobo, okay? Then you bake it for about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how large your wings are. Then you take the wings out and you baste on barbecue sauce. And I like to do it with a pastry brush, another one of my favorite tools. That second round of cooking, you can pour on some frozen fries. You can put on some chopped up broccoli. I actually, if you can see, have some cauliflower ready to go because the broccoli didn't look so great this week. So I'm going to do cauliflower with a little bit of olive oil. I am going to put it on that same tray. So it's great. I mean, really, really easy. One tray cooking is one of my favorite ways to cook. Again, so much fun. My son, back to the kids, loves it because at the end, I always take the foil. It's like a habit and throw it in the garbage can. And he's like, I let him do it and he gets a kick out of it. But it's just a great way to meal prep, this one tray cooking. So thank you so much for joining. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I hope to see you again. I do Zoom workshops for companies and organizations, and I truly adore doing them. So let me know if you guys want, if you need any of your services. My site is www.nibblesbynick.com. And it's just great chatting with you. And I'm going to miss you now because it's been 3 weeks. But maybe we'll do this again. Hopefully we will. And thank you so much, Stacy, for having me. I appreciate it.